Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, glad to have you here. Today we have another quick battle here with Crazy Mofo. This time I am bringing Norsca against his Chaos. So a little bit of a civil war over here. Um, you can see I have a main line of Chaos Berserkers and Chaos Marauders. I've got 3 Berserkers, 2 Marauders with great weapons. Um, and then backing up my Berserkers, because I was kind of expecting Marauders, so I thought I would bring these guys to help cut through them. But if he didn't, I would definitely need some armor piercing to support them. So I do have these Famir warriors with great weapons, and these guys do have magical attacks and a super strong weapon strength, and just very tanky, very powerful unit. And they do have missile resistance against those javelins. They will do pretty well. And then over here I do have the 2 regiments of renown, the Brutes of the Hound and the Miststalkers, and I think these guys synergize really well because these familiar warriors have armor sundering, have magical attacks, have armor piercing, and they are pretty intimidating, and so they're going to be sundering the armor so these Brutes of the Hounds can do even more work. And then you can see I do have armor piercing across my line no matter what, and you can see I do have Wolfric over here supporting this set of troops, and I do have a Shaman Sorcerer of Metal who will be supporting this set of troops, and of course bringing that Plague of Rust, Gehenna's Golden Hounds, but mostly Plague of Rust to synergize with these javelins, and Gehenna's Golden Hounds to just do some super strong armor-piercing damage on some really valuable targets. And then kind of expecting Shaggoths, I did bring 3 spears and these 2 jabs to kind of counter them. And then as my flanking force, I do have one of my favorite things to bring, and it only costs about 1,200 gold, is these Skinwolves and this Skinwolf Wear Cannon. So in the previous battle, I was talking to you about how the other ones are not very good, but these guys, you can see 104, but they have double the model count. And they do have 52 armor when escorted by this Werekin, who does buff their armor. So almost essentially catching up to this armored Skinwolves. Just so much better of a value. And you can see I'm going to be just having to charge straight down because he does have that. What's it called? I should really learn what this... The Soul of Damnation. There we go. I'm going to remember. You can see his front line is all armored. He's got some Halberdiers, Forsaken, Halberdiers, Demon Spew. So nice alternating line. In the back, you can see a huge line of Marauders and then a huge line of Warhounds. And then in the middle, he does have Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows, Hounds of Pestilence, and then Sigvald and his Mirror Guard. These guys are super cool. I need to do this from the other side. There we go. Boom. Look at those mohawks. He should have a mohawk, I think. That's just my personal opinion here. You can see my javelins did get a nice shot from that Hell Cannon. And you can see those Warhounds going to do a nice job pulling up and around. With the Hell Cannon, I definitely think I would be shooting at these Berserkers. They're a little bit more tightly packed. They have less models than these Marauders, and so it'll do a little bit better there. But you can see over here, I'm going to sneak up, and I'm going to try and get a sneaky just charge, start taking out these Warhounds. And you can see I'm bringing Wolfric over to try and get a nice boat down the side. And you can see there doing some nice damage to the Brutes of the Hound. It looks like he did take my advice. And you can see these Forsaken are going to be rushing out here, kind of to slow down the initial draw. And then over here you can see I am taking out these Warhounds, but these Hounds of Pestilence and the Halberdiers are coming in, and so this might have been a mistake. But it is pulling some of the armored troops away from his main line, and you can see these Demon Spew are coming in. And with their 85 armor, I wonder... Well, these guys don't have armor sundering, so these guys are going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting in this particular fight. But you can see already the Marauders Berserkers just getting crushed because they didn't get that charge. But over here in the center, I'm going to start getting this done. I'm moving my Berserkers, my other stuff around. And you can see I've scared off one, but here comes the rest of his reinforcements. And you can see Sigvald is just hunting Wolfric. And I want nothing to do with Sigvald. See Brutes of the Hound essentially dead at this point. Hounds are being held up by spears, which is perfect for me. And I'm just slowly pushing in, kind of trying to find these jabs. This is a weird engagement. This is one of the weirdest battle line engagements. ever. And over here you can see I am going to be running the boat through some of these marauders. Not going to be getting the best angle there, but it was kind of forced. But you can see there I did that. I threw back a ton of folk. Not the worst. But you can see I'm trying to pull out of here. I'm trying to flee. I don't want to fight Sigvald. There's no point. So I cast Hunters of Champions on him, and then I'm just going to get out of there. I'm trying to slow him down. In this mod, he has an incredible speed of like 60-something. So it's very hard. But you can see these Familiar Warriors are just helping to crush through. The Berserkers are going to do pretty well here against these Chaos Marauders. Over here in the front, you can see the Forsaken getting trashed. And then you can see some Warhounds in the back are going to kind of... Oh, I still have one spear unit ready to kind of do whatever it needs to do. Gehenna's Golden Hounds on these Halberdiers in the back. Didn't do very much damage. But any damage I can put down early is good. And so you can see look at the nice flanking shots here from the Javelins. Trying my best. This is a weird battle line. And then over here you can see these spears coming in. So there you can see, just because of that side and the terror, I think, are these Miststalkers cause terror? Yeah. So they're going to rat those guys. And over here you can see the Spearmen dealing with them, but they're going to lose to those Marauders as they come in. You can see my Werekin is just fleeing along with his Skin Wolves. Still have 22 models, so if I manage to keep them alive, they will regenerate. And then over here you can see I'm turning my jabs around to help finish off these Chaos Warhounds. You can see they're just MVPs. And then, yeah, you can see a Plague of Rust coming down, just trying to increase the effectiveness of all my guys, of Wolfric. Then you can see nice Gehenna's Golden Hounds is going to come down. But they both kind of go off in that direction and don't do the best work. But you can see over here my Familiar Warriors are kind of surviving, pulling back my Marauders, Jabbies, and then over here you can see waiting for the next fight. These guys will do pretty well. You can see my Werekin is just chasing these guys, cutting them up. Nice column formation over here. Let's see what's this. Mystifying Miasma coming down. Pit of Shades. I think I fled from that Pit of Shades. I wonder if this is a bit of a messed up replay here. But you can see the Demon Spew fighting to the last man. Javelins trying to pull around the side, throwing into these Chaos Warriors with halberds. And if I am on my game, I should be moving these guys just a little bit more this way so that this side of the unit can fire. And then Plague of Rust them. Yeah, so there you can see Plague of Rust is going to come down. But my positioning is just a little bit off, so these guys are not going to be getting full advantage of that. But it will help these just Marauder Berserkers get through, because look, they're down to 37 armor. And with the Miststalkers in there, they should be down to nothing. So definitely really good stuff there. And you can see I'm just fleeing. I don't want to fight Sigvald. There's no point, so I'm just leaving. And you can see my Werekin did finish off these Hounds of Pestilence, so they are shattered. And now he's going to be coming in here. And you can see this guy, this thing just won't die. I feel like I've sent so much stuff after it, but it just stays around and then fires faster because I have things around it. But you can see there, luckily it is missing a lot. And you can see over here this Marauder Shaman of Sorcerers, this Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows. He's not doing the best. You can see over here MLG plays with my spears. They're just fleeing the battlefield. Luckily they are helping with the balance of power. You can see Sigvald himself here just lying back rang with his 60 speed. He's going to be running around doing whatever he wants. See another boat coming down. And yeah, now it's just kind of like this atrocious, like run away from Sigvald train. You can see Jabbies, he's coming after these Familiar weapons with great weapons, Familiar Warriors with great weapons. Over here I guess I decide, okay, I'm done. This must be a diseased replay. But you can see I'm jumping on Sigvald. But yeah, I don't quite know what happened. I guess I played these 2 days ago, so there might have been an update. But yeah, that's a lot of missed Pit of Shades. But here, yeah, you can see this is essentially what happened. All my stuff kind of swarmed Sigvald, and he did um, just kind of break under army losses there. It was definitely a close battle. But, you know, a couple of things still ring true. These Fimir weapons, you saw them kind of shift a lot of those battles in the favor of my troops. You can see the Miststalkers doing very well. The Fimir are great weapons. And these guys, if they go up against like things like Shaggus, they do pretty well because they have high mass. They don't have anti-large anymore. But they still have the high mass, the high armor piercing damage, so they can swarm, get around, not be bullied around. Especially if you have like in the late game using this Werekin to support. These guys can be pretty scary. Javelin's always useful. And then, yeah, just these Marauder Spears being really just annoying and helpful. And then, of course, Wolfric always being an MVP. I love him on that chariot. It gives him quick kind of movement. And yeah, you can see the Mirror Guard here doing very well. The Demon Spew. But yeah, look at that Hell Cannon. Just 150 kills is incredible. I think it got a 200 cost increase in the latest patch of SFO. So a little bit more expensive, but definitely worth it. Anyways, great game to Crazy Mofo. And anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. That's that.